How did people with no machines, no computers, and no modern tools build structures so bold, so precise, and so impossible that engineers today still cannot fully explain them? Across China, ancient wonders survive that defy every assumption we have about what civilizations thousands of years ago were actually capable of. These are not just relics of the past. They are unanswered questions carved permanently into stone. There is a wall in northern China that transformed the land into something more than just earth and stone. Its presence slithers across deserts and mountains, shifting with the terrain. It is a snake of ancient engineering that defies easy description. Stand before it and let history whisper. Every brick, every watchtower, every step is a voice in a colossal conversation. This conversation began over 2,000 years ago. The Great Wall is not merely a fortification. It is an embodiment of ambition and defense. It is a line drawn through the landscape by countless hands under the will of emperors. Its wispy origins trace back to the 7th century BC. But it was during the Ming dynasty that the wall grew into the monumental expanse we know today. It stretches over 13,000 miles across China's northern frontier. What makes this wall extraordinary is not its length, though that alone commands awe. It is the sheer scale of human endeavor etched into the very bones of the earth. Workers, soldiers, and peasants toiled collectively, moving tons of earth and stone. This is a testament to their perseverance under imperial command. It was not just soldiers who lived and died by this wall. Families flourished here, soldiers, wives, and children weaving themselves into the narrative of its thousand-year stretch. One surprising tale whispers through history. An ingenious signaling system once spanned the wall. It was a series of smoke signals and beacon towers. This system enabled the rapid transmission of messages across vast distances in a matter of hours. And beneath the surface, another secret exists. Sections of the wall are built using a unique mortar mixed with sticky rice. This mixture endows it with resistance to the ravages of time that modern science still admires. Yet beyond the martial prowess and architectural genius, the Great Wall stands as a reminder of division and unity. It is a paradox in stone, both barrier and bridge. It is a reminder and relic of a past that shaped the paths of nations. As you stand atop its ancient stones, looking out over boundless vistas, you realize something important. It may be a monument to human resolve, but it is equally an invitation. It invites you to ponder the endless horizon beyond. There is a path along a mountainside in Shanxi, China. The ground beneath your feet is more air than earth. The Mount Huashan plank walk is neither wide nor forgiving. It is a mere ribbon of wood, suspended alongside the mountain's sheer cliff face. It is a challenge to those who dare to hope. Balance and bravery will carry them where mere footsteps cannot. The air here shifts. It hushes the clamor of human voices. It churns with an ancient whisper. This precarious promenade is not the product of modern thrill-seeking. It is a relic of devotion, carved into the granite around 700 years ago by hermit monks. This skyward pathway was not intended for the faint-hearted tourist. It was a spiritual journey of solitude and reflection. It was an offering to the mountain's stoic grandeur. It's extraordinary that a path so perilous persists. Imagine monks driven by faith and a desire for enlightenment. They gingerly traverse these planks in search of isolation. They seek the mountain's lofty embrace. At times, the path narrows to little more than a foot's width. It demands every ounce of the walker's concentration and courage. The thrill is undeniable. The yawning chasm below, the wind tugging at one's clothing. The heart pounds a steady reminder of both fear and ambition. Yet what truly surprises is what you find at the end of this daunting trek. Here atop the mountain sit temples and tea houses. They are constructed not to defy the mountain, but to exist in harmony with it. These are places where the air carries the scent of incense rather than danger. Pilgrims and adventurers alike pause to breathe deeply. They sip tea brewed with leaves plucked from the mountain's own slopes. They reflect on the journey that brought them here. The Mount Huashan Plank Walk is not just an attraction. It is a conversation with nature's edge. It whispers of human persistence. It speaks of spiritual quests measured not in miles, but in heartbeats. It is a path that speaks of those who came seeking the mountain's secrets. They left with revelations of their own. There is a place in Guizhou, China, where the earth has been sculpted by faith. Peaks and ridges gave rise to structures not built, but grown from the mountains themselves. Here, the Fanjingshan temples rise from sacred ground. The air carries whispers of a spiritual lineage centuries deep. The Fanjingshan temples aren't merely constructions atop a peak. They are the guardians of time, cradled by the Wuling Mountains. Humanity and nature have woven themselves together into something undeniably unique. These temples aren't just spiritual retreats, but thresholds to another plane of devotion. They seem to hang between the heavens and earth. They are anchored only by the belief that built them. This sacred site has roots entwined with Buddhism. Its origins stretch back to the Tang dynasty. Countless monks ascended these paths and pursued enlightenment. They left behind shrines that blend seamlessly into the jagged outcrops. One temple, the Cheng'an Temple, is perched on a narrow ridge. It is daringly balanced between two sheer cliffs. It's as though the mountain reached up and pulled the temple into its arms. It is held there, unshaken by time or tempest. Fanjingshan also carries the weight of dramatic biodiversity. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is home to the Guizhou golden monkey. It is an endangered species found nowhere else. It's a rare living treasure, just like the relics of faith that scatter the landscape. One surprising fact is the Red Cloud's golden summit. It is a structure split remarkably into two temples. They are connected by a narrow stone bridge. Standing there amid the swirling mists, one feels at the precipice of the physical and metaphysical. Each step may lead either to the clouds below or the skies above. Every pathway here holds echoes of ancient footsteps. Every stone wall bespeaks labor and love. Fanjingshan is a dialogue between geology and spirituality. It is a place where the corporeal lifts into the numinous. As dawn peers over the peaks, the temples bask in an ethereal light. They remind us that the divine isn't always beyond reach. Sometimes it's as close as the next step on a well-worn mountain path. Journey to the heart of Chongqing. Here, sandstone has surrendered its nature to become something far beyond mere rock. In the cliffs of Dazhu, the world quiets. The chaos of modernity recedes, replaced by a whispering landscape of carved silence. This is an expanse where over 50,000 images have been etched by dedicated hands. This is not merely a site of worship. It is an open-air tapestry of religious devotion spanning 4 centuries. The Dazhu rock carvings are not confined by walls or roofs. They are a narrative that envelops you as you walk among them. It is a conversation between faith and stone, starting in the late Tang dynasty and continuing into the Song. Carvers transformed these cliffs into a divine fresco. They saw the mountain not just as a backdrop, but as a canvas steeped in potentiality. In their minds, the stories of Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism intertwined. Each belief system was given voice in intricate relief. Each belief was carved into eternity side by side. This creates a harmonious blend that defies sectarian divide. What astounds the modern visitor is both the scale and the synthesis achieved here. The carvings are a convergence of ideologies. Their stone faces bear witness to the interconnectedness of spiritual practice. There are lessons carved into these faces. Heavenly realms, netherworlds, and moral codes are made visible. Even eyes untrained in reading can see them. The cliff becomes a classroom. The stone is a textbook of medieval Chinese ethics and spirituality. Among the 5 major carving sites, Beijing stands as a surreal landscape. Here, the sacred and artistic achieve their zenith, even with UNESCO's acknowledgement of their cultural weight. These classifications fall short of capturing the site's essence. To stand before the cliff with its countless faces is to stand in awe of human conviction. Belief can outlast time, and rock can cradle faith. In Dazu, each figure tells a story that's both ancient and immediate. It is a testament to the human desire to leave a lasting echo in the stone. The mountain speaks, and in its quiet declaration, one hears the unending dialogue of eternity. The Longmen Grottos stretch alongside the Yi River's ancient path in Luoyang, China. Here, limestone transforms into a living testament of faith and artistry. At first glance, the cliffs appear ordinary, but with a closer look, the limestone awakens. It reveals thousands of intricate figures carved into the rock face. Each figure tells a story of spiritual and artistic dedication. This dedication spanned almost 5 centuries. The carvings began in 493 AD under the Northern Wei dynasty. Buddhist devotees saw not barren cliffs, but potential. They sought to etch their beliefs into permanence. Over time, the site grew into a series of 2,300 caves and niches. These caves house nearly 110,000 statues. The figures range from a colossal 56-foot Buddha. This Buddha towers with serene authority. There are also minuscule carvings no larger than a fingernail. Each one was crafted by the same hands. These hands belonged to a civilization determined to create in stone. They wanted to express what they held sacred in their hearts. What sets Longmen apart is more than its sheer scale. It is the diversity of what was immortalized here. A profound narrative is carved across centuries. Some 2,800 inscriptions turn the grottos into a repository of cultural memory. These texts document the patrons who funded the carvings. They also record the dynasties that flourished and faded. The evolving styles of calligraphy and Buddhist iconography are included. One surprising aspect is the intimate glimpse into the socio-political climate of the time. The carvings are as much a record of art as they are an archive of historical shifts. Yet there is an intimate silence at Longmen. Limestone, normally mute, has held its secrets with unwavering stillness. This has been true for over a millennium. It's a space where time feels irrelevant. The devotion of past artists remains palpable. As the light shifts on the river, the faces carved in stone seem to stir. They wait, as they always have, for each new visitor. This visitor dares to cross the river and look up. They ask the same question that has lingered in the stone. What will you see? Amidst the quiet plains of Xi'an lies a secret beneath the earth. Ambition and eternity are carved into history. What Qin Shi Huang crafted for his burial is not a mere tomb. It is a subterranean empire, a sprawling realm that stretches over 20 square miles under the soil. This was crafted with the same relentless fervor that first unified China. Legend speaks of this vast complex, a labyrinth where the past whispers. The future holds its breath. In 246 BC, at just 13, Qin Shi Huang began this monumental project. He started long before cementing his dominance above ground. He envisioned a world that would defy mortality itself. In this world, his essence would linger forever. The central burial mound rises modestly today. Its surface is a serene hill cloaked in trees. This masks the wonders beneath. Ancient texts tell of mercury rivers that would flow eternally around his tomb. They describe star-studded ceilings that would mirror the cosmos. Traps were set to protect the sanctity of an emperor's rest. Modern archaeologists stand on the fringes. They are acutely aware that the central chamber remains untouched. It is untouched by time and exploration. Yet among the most astonishing of his guardians lies the Terracotta Army. There are 8,000 life-sized clay soldiers standing vigilant amid the shadows. Each figure is unique, each face molded with individual care. They form only the outer perimeter of Qin Shi Huang's vision. This army is a testament to the emperor's power. It also reflects the artistry and devotion of a nation. This nation was willing to immortalize its ruler's dreams. But the heart of this empire hides something far more profound. It is something human eyes have yet to see. Still sealed and still unexplored, the core of this imperial underworld remains shrouded. It is a relic poised to change everything we know about ancient China. The mausoleum of Qin Shi Huang is a monumental riddle. History has yet to solve this riddle. In those silent depths below Xi'an, a whispered promise endures. The greatest story of our civilization may be yet to reveal itself. At the edge of China's Shanxi province, the very bones of the earth have been transformed into stories of devotion and mystery. The Yungang grottos are not merely carved stone. They are sculpted whispers from the past, a stretch of cliffs where art becomes a journey into the soul of an ancient civilization. Beneath the sky, along the Wuzhou mountain, these caves emerge like a hidden manuscript written over hundreds of years. This began in the mid-5th century during the Northern Wei dynasty. Here, the mountain is not just a backdrop. It is the narrative itself, housing the silent yet eloquent guardians of history carved directly into its face. Over 51,000 Buddhist statues greet the viewer, from a towering 55-foot Buddha to a mere inch of exquisitely detailed stone. And then, as your eyes adapt to the scale of it all, surprises unfold. One is the perfect harmony of spiritual doctrines etched in solitude, yet broadcasting the unified message of Buddhism's spread across China. This echoes the cultural exchange along the ancient Silk Road. Another is the sheer audacity of labor. An entire workforce of artisans and monks driven not by command but by faith. Each chisel strike is a testament to belief turned palpable. What is extraordinary about the Yungang grottos is not just their age or detail, but the synthesis of art, religion, and perseverance they embody. Within Cave 6, celestial musicians and dancers cavort in a symphony of stone. Cave 20 presents the serene, meditative countenance of a colossal Buddha, his expression breaking through time to communicate peace. The cliffs here are alive, each sculpture a portal into the heart of a lost era, preserved by the very rock that once seemed only a barrier. These grottos invite us to ponder the fusion of man and nature, creativity and faith, past and present. As the sun dips below the horizon, casting elongated shadows across the carved faces, one realization settles. At Yungang, the stone does not simply remember history, it breathes it. There is a corner of Shanxi province where stone walls conceal secrets of a bygone era. Zhangbai Ancient Castle isn't merely a fortress. It's a labyrinthine blend of military fortification and subterranean enigma. The ground beneath whispers tales untold. Above ground, the village appears almost unassuming. It features old stone houses and narrow streets. Yet beneath the surface lies a vast network of tunnels. This hidden maze spans over 2.5 miles. It was carved meticulously by hands that understood both warfare and mystery. Centuries ago, during the Northern Wei dynasty, and through the turbulent Tang and Song eras, Zhangbai was more than a mere settlement. It was a strategic stronghold, a sanctuary. It was capable of sheltering its people from sieges and invasions. But why such efforts to fortify the unseen? Legends speak of an oracle predicting foreign invasions. This oracle urged the construction of intricate underground passages. Each tunnel serves a purpose: storage rooms, wells, and ventilation shafts. There are even sacrificial altars. Together, they form an underground city capable of sustaining life. This was true during the most relentless of sieges. What defies logic is the precision with which these tunnels were constructed. Engineers today marvel at the layout. It features a tri-level system designed to confound any army that dared enter. It said the tunnels could spring deadly traps on invaders. They guided residents safely to hidden exits miles away. Above, the village continued its serene existence. This was a facade masking the elaborate defenses below. Perhaps the most astonishing aspect of Zhangbai is its dualistic nature. There is a village above ground and a fortress below. But its endurance is also remarkable. For nearly 2,000 years, the castle has stood firm. It has weathered dynasties, wars, and the relentless passage of time. Walking through Zhangbai today, one can't help but feel the weight of history. Strategy is meticulously etched into every stone and passage. As you stand in a sunlit courtyard, with history beneath your feet, ponder this. In Zhangbai, strategy was not just carved into stone, but into life itself. It was a place designed to endure. It is a puzzle of protection, still guarding its secrets with quiet dignity. In the fields surrounding Xi'an, beneath a veil of earth, lies an echo of a bygone world. What appears as mere farmland hides the silent army of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang. Discovered in 1974 by farmers digging a well, the Terracotta Army has since emerged as one of the most extraordinary archaeological revelations of the 20th century. Qin Shi Huang's imperial ambition reached beyond life itself, envisioning an eternal dominion. To secure his empire in the afterlife, he commanded the crafting of an underground legion. This force consists of over 8,000 life-sized terracotta soldiers, each bearing a unique visage and poised for duty. These warriors stand in battle formation, silently guarding their sovereign in perpetuity. They are a testament to an autocrat's quest for immortality. Each figure is a masterpiece of craftsmanship, molded in parts and assembled with care. They are adorned with paint that has long since faded. Yet in their prime, they were vibrant and commanded presence. Weapons of bronze meticulously forged and designed, were clasped in their hands. They were ready for a battle that would never be fought. This armory, once thought of as mere replications, demonstrated traces of chromium through scientific analysis. This is an astonishing feat of metallurgy that preceded Western techniques by centuries. What compels the imagination is the scale and human effort involved. Years of labor by over 700,000 workers were needed to animate this subterranean force. But the army is only a fraction of what lies within the tomb complex. It is a world in miniature, said to include palaces, vessels, and even rivers of mercury. These replicate China's geography, though still unverified due to fears of preservation risks. Yet it is the individual soldier that commands reflection. Each is crafted with distinct features, expressions, and detail. Standing at parade rest, these silent sentinels transcend time. They are a manifestation of an emperor's hubris and the enduring human impulse to leave a mark upon history. Beneath a quiet field, hidden from the sun's gaze, they wait. They are a paradox of life in clay, awaiting the moment when all their stories might finally be unearthed. Venture into the bustling landscapes of southern China. History is not merely recounted, but is lived within ancient fortresses. These fortresses are known as Hakka-walled villages. These formidable structures rise defiantly, circular and square formations. They are etched upon the land, whispering stories of resilience and kinship. With origins dating back to the 12th century, they embody centuries of migration. They represent adaptation and survival amidst rolling hills and verdant fields. The Hakka people, driven by necessity, crafted these bastions. They served as refuges from everything nature and mankind could unleash. This includes marauding bandits and wild animals. Ingeniously designed, they stand like giant guardians. Their thick mud walls are often several stories high. Enter through their singular gates, and you are enveloped in a communal tableau. Life unfolds in concentric unity within these walls. At the heart lies an open courtyard, a nucleus of daily existence. It is encircled by rings of interconnected living spaces. Each space is a home, each a testament to interconnectedness. What makes these villages truly extraordinary is more than their architectural prowess. Within these walls, a unique social fabric thrived. Community was life, and privacy was scarce. Families, sometimes numbering in the hundreds, coexisted under one colossal roof. Each space was both sanctuary and social hub. It echoed with the sounds of shared festivities, labor, and rites of passage. All of this is woven together in a tapestry of collective memory. Curious visitors might be surprised to learn about the circular layout. Some of these villages are known as Tiolu. This layout provided not only security, but an acoustic marvel. Stand in the center, and your voice will reverberate against the earthen walls. It carries secrets and stories to corners unseen. Here, whispers have a life of their own. They preserve the echoes of ancestors in the thick, cool air. Despite their antiquity, the villages are still very much alive. Modernity may press at the gates, but within, there's a living mosaic. This mosaic is one of tradition and innovation. The Hakka-walled villages are not relics of a bygone era. They are vibrant chronicles awaiting the touch of anyone willing to walk. Walk between their time-worn walls and listen. In these bastions of history, the past does not recede. It circles ever closer, inviting each new generation. Step inside and become part of its enduring story. Step through the gates of Pingyao ancient city, and time seems to retreat. An ancient world unfolds around you. Cobbled streets, weathered stones, and the low hum of stories echo from another era. Here in Shanxi Province, China, lies a city where the weight of history is a presence you can feel beneath your very feet. In the 14th century, under the Ming dynasty, Pingyao thrived as a vital banking center. Its walls stretch for over 6 kilometers, enclosing a town that became the financial heartbeat of an empire. Unlike other cities that have succumbed to the passage of time, Pingyao resisted. It preserved its architectural soul. Within its walls stand nearly 4,000 Ming and Qing dynasty buildings. Each is a brushstroke in the grand canvas of Chinese history. This city was not constructed with modernity in mind. It was built as a living testament to the past. Life flows in cycles that have outlasted dynasties. The Shanxi merchants who once inhabited these alleyways were not just traders. They were pioneers who transformed Chinese commerce. The Rishingchang Exchange House, established here in 1823, was the world's first bank to use checks. This simple invention revolutionized financial transactions. It facilitated the movement of wealth and power across vast distances without the cumbersome weight of coins. Pingyao's streets whisper another tale. Every brick and tile tells stories of innovation. It is a city that embraced both its prosperity and its defense. The city walls soar over 12 meters high. They are punctuated by 72 watchtowers, each one a vigilant sentinel against past invaders. These structures don't merely frame the skyline. They shape the identity of Pingyao. It is a city that has withstood the ravages of conquest and rebellion. Yet what makes Pingyao extraordinary is not just its storied past. It is its ability to endure as a bridge between eras. Like an ancient tapestry, its patterns are complex and continuing. Here, where the old world persists unabated, one can wander through time itself. In this enduring sanctuary of history, the ancient echoes of Pingyao never fade. There is a place in China's vast desert frontier. Stone rises not as a mere barrier. It stands as a testament to human ambition and fear. Jiayuguan Fort is an ancient sentinel of the Silk Road. It stands at the edge of civilization. Here, the Great Wall of China finds its western end. Mountains pause and the desert begins. Constructed in 1372 under the Ming dynasty, this fortress was not simply a military outpost. It symbolized the boundary between the known and the unknown. It marked the civilized world and the barbarian expanse. In its heyday, Jiayuguan was a bustling hub. It was a vital checkpoint along the Silk Road. Merchants and traders from lands afar would pass through its gates. They carried silk, spices, and stories. But what makes Jiayuguan extraordinary is not just its strategic significance. It is the perfect symmetry of the architecture. There is a balance of function and form. Every brick whispers tales of vigilance and endurance. The fort took 168 years to complete. It is a masterwork of engineering and foresight. A legend speaks of the fort's architect, Yi Kaizhen. He is said to have calculated the exact number of bricks needed for construction. In a display of confidence and precision, he ordered just one extra brick. This brick remains today on the fort's gate. It serves as a symbol of his mastery. Jiayuguan's dual walls stretch across 10 miles. They are connected by watchtowers. These walls once housed soldiers. Their eyes scanned horizons for signs of danger. Within the formidable walls, murals recount battles and myth. Inscriptions capture the essence of a time when walls defined empires. Yet its greatest surprise lies in the human stories etched into its stone. Here, invaders were confronted with the cold, resolute barrier of civilization. Travelers sought shelter and shared warmth. In this remote outpost, the echoes of history linger. They are the heartbeats of empires and the whispers of the desert wind. Jiayuguan Fort stands today not just as a relic. It is a reminder of human ambition's boundaries. It is a place where the earth itself, in stone and silence, marks the limit of one world and the threshold of another. Walk the silent streets of Rewrote. The echoes of an ancient world rise around you. This is a world where stone and sand have preserved the whispers of an empire. In this ancient city of Xinjiang, China, 2 millennia of history linger amid the ruins. Once this was a thriving capital of the anterior Jushi kingdom. Its very existence is etched into the U-shaped plateau. This plateau is formed by the confluence of 2 rivers. It serves as a natural fortress of clay and sun-dried brick. This design was meant to withstand the ravages of time and invasion. Rewrote was not built in layers. It was carved directly from the earth. This created a labyrinth of streets, homes, and temples. These structures align with the cardinal directions. The city plan is unique. Absent are the traditional walls and towers found in many ancient cities. Instead, the surrounding cliffs and rivers provided a natural defense. This open layout is part of what makes Rewrote extraordinary. It is a testament to ancient engineering and geography. Step into the ruins of the monastery complex. Sense the profound spirituality that once permeated these walls. Buddhism flourished here, as evidenced by the many stupas and inscriptions. These still exist, whispering tales of enlightenment to those who listen. Over the centuries, Rewrote witnessed the ebb and flow of cultures and faiths. The Silk Road wove a tapestry of influences that enriched its legacy. Here are 2 surprising facts. Rewrote is considered the largest, oldest, and best-preserved earthen city in the world. Its survival in the unforgiving desert climate is a tribute to its ancient builders. Secondly, the city is shaped like a willow leaf. Historians say this was an intentional choice. It reflects the natural harmony the city's builders sought to achieve with their environment. Today, Rewrote remains a silent guardian of history. Its earthen veins still pulse with the life of ages past. Stand here long enough and you might discover something. The city itself is a living memory. It patiently waits for each visitor to add their own story to its ancient song. Travel to the edge of the Gobi Desert. Sand and stone have conspired to guard a hidden treasure trove of human creativity and faith. Here on the cliffs overlooking the oasis town of Dunhuang, the Mogao Caves unfold. They are not mere shelters, but sanctuaries of the soul. These caves are intricately carved and painted over a millennium. Imagine 492 caves, each a chamber of artistic and spiritual devotion. What began in the 4th century as a monk's vision has grown. It has transformed into a vast network of Buddhist art and culture. Walls whisper stories in vibrant frescoes. Statues silently echo prayers of tranquility. Within these caves, ancient artists rendered the intangible. They transformed stone into scenes of paradise. You can find meditative Buddhas and mythical creatures suspended in eternal conversation. Yet what makes Mogao truly extraordinary is its role as a gateway on the Silk Road. It is where East met West. A myriad of cultures interwove their threads into the fabric of history. Imagine a place where Indian, Persian, Greek, and Han Chinese influences converged. It created a crossroads of philosophies and styles, all harmonizing in the sacred stone. Among the astonishing surprises of these caves are the 45,000 square meters of murals. These murals detail not only religious tales, but also snapshots of ancient life. You can see bustling markets and quiet moments of introspection. Possessing the world's largest collection of Buddhist paintings, the caves are a living archive. Then there is Cave 17, the library cave. It revealed over 50,000 manuscripts and artifacts in 1900. This was a time capsule sealed for a millennium. Perhaps the most profound truth of Mogo is the dedication of its artists. They labored anonymously, scraping pigments from minerals. They laid gold leaf with a precision that defies time. Their work was a declaration of faith. It was a belief that stone and pigment could transcend centuries. Mogo stands as a testament not to an empire or a solitary temple. It represents a timeless dialogue between human breath and human spirit. Each cave is a sentence in a story that has yet to end. As you leave, remember this: somewhere in the vast desert silence, these stones are still speaking. In the rural expanses of Fujian province, architectural wonders rise from the valley floors. Earth formations with a human twist. What appear from a distance to be giant mushrooms or massive fortresses are actually the Fujian Tyulu. These are ancient communal homes unique in both form and function. Round or rectangular, these earthen structures are living monuments of a different way of life. Their thick mud walls encircle entire communities like protective arms. The Hakka people, migrating southward centuries ago, sought safety and solidarity in these formidable edifices. Built between the 12th and 20th centuries, the Tyulu are marvels of communal living. They are designed as self-sufficient fortresses. Each Tyulu's outer wall is a composite of rammed earth. It is reinforced with wood and bamboo, standing stoic against time, weather, and adversaries. Inside, life unfolds around a shared courtyard, the heart of each Tyulu. Multi-story ring buildings, sometimes reaching 5 stories high, house dozens of families. A single doorway provides the threshold to a world within. It is a microcosm ruled by communal cooperation, collective cooking, and cohabitation. Even today, stepping into a Tyulu feels like entering a different era. Life beats in a rhythm set centuries ago. Perhaps the most extraordinary aspect of the Tyulu is how they merge with their environment. They are buildings at home in their landscape, constructed with local materials and responding to local needs. Ingeniously, the thick walls maintain a cool interior in the sweltering summer. They retain warmth during winter's chill, all while conserving the sound of laughter, conversations, and the delicate music of daily life. Surprising perhaps to outsiders, many of these ancient structures are still inhabited. They are passed down through generations, maintaining traditions of communal living. The most famous of these, the Chenkalu, boasts 4 concentric rings. It holds up to 800 people, a testament to both human ingenuity and the power of community. Fujian Tyulu stand as echoes of a time when architecture was not merely a structure. It was a way of life. These ancient homes quietly defy the passage of time. They whisper stories of unity and resilience to all who venture close enough to listen. There is a place in Shanxi where gravity seems to lose its grip on reality. High above the ground, clinging to the sheer face of Mount Heng, the Hanging Temple defies not just logic, but imagination. More than a monastery, it is an act of audacious engineering. Suspended between heaven and earth. Built over 1,400 years ago, Xuankongsi is a marvel. not merely of construction, but of conception. The temple's wooden beams rest not on solid earth, but are embedded into rock, a feat of ancient wisdom and ingenuity. The edifice hangs precariously, supported by crossbeams, fitted into holes chiseled on the cliffside, giving the impression that it floats, tethered to the mountain like a whisper. Why here? Why so daring? The answer intertwines faith with survival. Legend speaks of monks seeking refuge from flooding plains below, choosing the sanctuary of altitude not only for safety, but for closer communion with the divine. The temple is an ode to Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism, all housed within this singular space, a harmony of philosophies that seldom share the same roof. Visitors tread paths once walked by souls seeking enlightenment, crossing thresholds where the air feels thinner, charged with something otherworldly. Yet what truly defies comprehension is not just how Xuankong stays standing, but why it remains so. Through centuries of wear, earthquakes, and the relentless pull of gravity, the temple endures, a silent sentinel to the tenacity of human belief. Its architecture remains enigmatic, with over 40 halls and pavilions connected by vertiginous walkways, each offering glimpses into a past where faith dared to challenge the natural world. In a place where the sky meets the stone, the Hanging Temple is a question posed to time. It asks not just how it was built, but why we continue to build. Xuankong stands as both an ancient query and a modern wonder, promising to hang forever between the known and the unknown. As you stand upon its walkways, you realize the truth. Sometimes it is not the temple that hangs on the mountain, but the mountain that clings to the temple. The Xi'an City Wall stands as one of the most enduring features of China's ancient capital. Yet it is more than just a wall. It is a symbol of the meticulous craftsmanship and strategic foresight of the Ming dynasty. This wall is woven into the very fabric of Xi'an. Stretching over 8.7 miles, this massive fortification wraps around the city. It serves as a silent sentinel from a time when empires rose and fell. The strength of their defenses was crucial during that era. Constructed during the late 14th century under Emperor Zhu Yuanzhang, the wall was designed to withstand the most determined sieges. It is an embodiment of military ingenuity etched in stone. Its base is a sturdy foundation of tamped earth. This foundation is cocooned in bricks that rise to heights of up to 40 feet. It forms a bastion of formidable resilience. Walking along this colossal structure, one cannot help but feel the weight of history beneath each footstep. The wall is punctuated by 4 grand gates: north, south, east, and west. Each gate is crowned with a majestic watchtower. These gates were not just passageways. They were complex security systems with multiple layers designed to trap invaders. Entering through a gate, travelers from centuries past would have been funneled through narrow corridors. They were under constant watch, a testament to the city's strategic brilliance. Surprisingly, the wall's value goes beyond defense. It has a vibrant social history. Each year, it plays host to the Xi'an City Wall Marathon. Thousands run atop its ancient stones during this event. Beyond its role as a modern-day racecourse, it remains a living monument. At twilight, lanterns illuminate its pathway. They cast a warm glow that mirrors the torches of yesteryears. Less visible, beneath its surface lies another story. The wall harbors secret tunnels once used for troop movement and storage. These tunnels whisper secrets of battles fought long ago. Historians suspect these tunnels extend far beyond what has been mapped. They remain a mystery waiting to be unveiled by future explorations. Standing here, amidst the symphony of modernity and ancient stone, the Xi'an city wall reminds us that history is not confined to pages or museums. It lives in the quiet confidence of structures that have witnessed centuries. As the city pulses around it, the wall endures. It is a timeless guardian of its ever-evolving story. The Eshima Ohashi Bridge isn't just a bridge. It's an audacious feat of engineering. It stands as the backbone of Japan's Route 331. This lifeline stretches taut between the cities of Matsu and Sakeminato. Known for its extreme slopes, it rises like a roller coaster. It challenges both vehicles and drivers to defy gravity itself. From afar, it could almost be mistaken for a steep daredevil track. But up close, its true purpose becomes clear. It's a necessity to accommodate shipping vessels. These vessels navigate the Nakomi Lake below. This isn't a mere crossing, it's a gateway. It supports an endless flow of commerce. It maintains the delicate balance between land and water. Spanning over 1.7 kilometers, its stiff ascents are exaggerated in photographs. This transforms functional infrastructure into an optical illusion. It creates a vertiginous ascent and descent. Yet what truly makes the bridge extraordinary is its solution. It grants unimpeded passage for both road traffic above and marine activity below. In a nation where land is sparse, innovation is essential. Eshima Ohashi is the physical manifestation of ingenious compromise. Despite its daunting appearance, this bridge isn't record-breaking. It's not the tallest or the longest, but it breaks conventions, illustrating how design can reshape perceptions. It reshapes reality in fascinating ways. It's neither the tallest nor the longest, but few structures manage to captivate imaginations quite like this. While it might seem at first glance that the bridge asks too much, the reality is more mundane. Cars glide smoothly across, the thrill tempered by precision engineering. In the end, the Eshima Ohashi Bridge stands as a reminder. What appears insurmountable from a distance is often manageable with ingenuity. It's a testament to human creativity meeting challenges. These challenges arise in an ever-evolving world. Ligpaish Village Road is no ordinary path. It's an untamed thread weaving through the isolated valleys of the northern Philippines, curving sharply through dense jungle canopies and over precarious cliffs. This road doesn't merely connect, it challenges. Narrow, often no wider than the span of a few feet. It forces every traveler to engage in a dance with the earth itself. During the monsoon season, torrents of rain transform it into a slick, treacherous ribbon of mud, demanding unyielding focus and courage from those who dare to tread its uneven surface. Why does it exist? Ligpaish Village Road is more than just a route. It is a lifeline in one of the most remote corners of the archipelago. This is the only access point for villagers to trade, to receive medical aid, to connect with the world beyond, all while caught in a continuous battle with the unpredictable temperament of nature. The road's history whispers of painstaking manual labor, carved painstakingly by hand using minimal tools, echoing the resilience and determination of the communities that rely upon it. Against this backdrop of resilience, the road presents surprising juxtapositions. Often you'll find aging jeepneys, flamboyantly decorated, relics of a bygone era of Filipino public transportation. They coax their engines to life, while overloaded with goods and passengers, epitomizing the spirit of resourcefulness. It's not uncommon for a passing typhoon to temporarily sever this vital link, pushing the villagers into temporary isolation and reminding them of their vulnerability in the face of natural forces. Yet, despite its trials and perils, as the sun sets and paints the sky in hues of orange and purple, Ligpaish village road hums with quiet solidarity. It is a testament to survival, a scar upon the landscape, and a lifeblood for those who live along its precarious path. Here, the road doesn't just pass through the mountains, it is part of them. Bridges are often seen as sturdy passages. They span rivers and valleys, linking destinations seamlessly. The Huajiang Bridge, however, defies these expectations. It does so with unyielding audacity, stretching across the Huajiang Canyon in Guizhou Province, China. It's a breathtaking convergence of nature and human ingenuity. At first glance, it appears like any other modern bridge. It is imposing and functional, built from a necessity to connect two remote regions. But look deeper. It's not just the height that sets it apart. It stands over 1,500 feet above the canyon floor. It's the engineering feat of constructing a suspension bridge in rugged terrain. This is a place where every gust of wind threatens equilibrium. Every shadow plays tricks on the mind. To conquer this terrain, engineers devised one of the world's highest viaducts. Each twin pylon towers more than 200 feet above the deck. They utilize an innovative stress distribution system. This system maintains stability against nature's fury. A combination of steel cables and sophisticated dampening technology counters the forces. These forces threaten to tear it asunder. It represents a fusion of old-world persistence and modern-day technology. It is engineered to withstand seismic activity. This is a crucial innovation in this volatile region. And there's an unexpected harmony to this structure. The bridge doesn't merely conquer nature, it harmonizes with it. Its construction incorporated techniques that minimized ecological disruption. It respects the deep, vibrant gorge it spans. The endangered species residing below continue their existence. They remain undisturbed by the mere passing of progress. This happens over their primeval home. Huajiang Bridge is more than a crossing. It's a testament to human spirit and respect for natural grandeur. It is a realization that sometimes, to stand above, we must first be willing to coexist harmoniously with the world below. Every day, the Passage du Gois plays its eternal game with time and tide. This road lies quietly on the west coast of France. It connects the mainland to the island of Noirmoutier. But it is no ordinary connector. Twice a day, the Atlantic Ocean swallows it whole. The mundane becomes a spectacle. What appears as solid ground is nothing more than a brief illusion. It is a passing moment before the water claims it again. For just a few hours, it appears. It is a ribbon of opportunity across the sea. The history of the Passage du Gois is a story of necessity and adaptation. Long before modern engineering, locals braved the tidal rhythms. They traded salt and wine on this path. Today, this stretch of land is no less defiant. Its existence is a testament to human invention and the rhythm of nature. But few realize its precarious nature until it's too late. As the tide sweeps in, it envelops the passage beneath up to 13 feet of seawater. It claims the inattentive and the bold alike. Each crossing is a carefully calculated risk. It is a dance against nature's clock where precision matters. Surprisingly, This place calls to those seeking adventure. It is capable of swallowing cars in its watery grasp. 9 rescue towers pierce the horizon. They are sentinels for those misjudging their time. They offer refuge from the incoming tide. It's common to see families gathering to pluck oysters. They collect other sea life left behind by the receding waters. It is a festival of resilience and tradition. The aura of the Passage du Gois is one of transformation. It is a tangible reminder of nature's duality. A road now, a seabed soon. As visitors tread this transient corridor, the sea waits patiently. It is undeterred, ready to reclaim what is rightfully hers.